Agents, it's time to get active. Now, I just wanted to drop some of my thoughts as we head into, this next chapter of Call of Duty with this reworking of Modern Warfare 2, right? The campaign is releasing this weekend. And like the title says, man, like it's okay to have fun playing this game. Now, I'm just, using some of this footage from the beta, of course, and it was a blast. I'm rocking on PC, so I got in when I could get in and put in a significant amount of time. And I want to start with the complaints online, warranted or not. It was just so heavy, and when you have an IP like Call of Duty, it's sure to draw out the ire of the community or the haters or all that kind of stuff in between, right? So from my experience, and I date all the way back to the original COD 4, and it did not feel bad to play this game. And that's where I want to just land on the actual experience of the game, with stuff with the mini map and the gunplay, which I thought was amazing. Sound design, the footsteps could be dialed back, or stuff like Dead Silence, all that. But mainly the gameplay itself, the reason you pick up the controller to have fun, and I had that. Now, this isn't to dismiss people's thoughts on what they considered important in the game, because we all have certain things that we care about more than the other things, right? But the level of toxicity, the level of vitriol, the level of bashing on the game and the division of developers before you even really get a chance. The beta and the game are not the same, as much as we would like to think so. Who knows what version of the game this beta was even pulling from, right? It could have been like a version from 6 months ago, and they're gonna make small adjustments to the final build that has been ready for a month. Who knows? We're not giving that a chance to come out and then decide if the game is it or not. There are a lot of games that come out that don't even give an opportunity to even play whatever has been developed at any given point. So for that alone, I did not see that other guy. It was a great experience, and when I got my hands on, I was like, yeah, I need to be on this. I need to play this. And for me, my favorites of the series were, of course, Modern Warfare 2, and my ultimate favorite is Black Ops. No, not Black Ops 2, Black Ops. It was so different from the series. Treyarch is always trying to push the boundaries of gameplay and what they hope that you'll try, and so I just fell in love with that. And for me, the reason I'm bringing that up is because I think Black Ops had the best mini-map. Now, as you can see here, for their newer games, they have where you are at the top of the screen, right? They have your directions, they have your compass and all that kind of stuff, and that's great. But the mini-map in Black Ops was a grid. So looking at that small square over there, or pulling up the larger one, I could just be like, E4, or C2, and just call it out just like that, right? And then get some help, or we're just gonna swarm on this position. And then from that game, as I remember it, they never came back to it. Even in Black Ops 2, they never came back to it. Was that a deal breaker for me? No, because Black Ops 2, heralded by many as better than one of the best CODs, it didn't have it, and it didn't detract from the overall experience. But for someone like myself, I was like, I would prefer to have had it, and that's where I'm coming to now. There's so much about the changes and they're being made for the newer player base and all this kind of stuff. And look, I may be rambling a bit in here, but there's just a lot to cover, even with the community, because there are a lot of players that either see others as bots or see themselves as gods. And I'm here to tell you that there's plenty of room for in between. And it's crazy that it should be said. But yeah, why didn't he die? Most players do not fall in either of those two spectrums, right? That's a really simplified way of looking at the competition. So the changes that are being made, in my estimation, don't make the game easier. They end up making it harder without you even being in something like hardcore mode, right? Like, okay, so the shots aren't showing up. To me, as I was playing this, I can't see the gunfire, so I can't, move towards that dot, and play the game in that way. But I'm still moving towards targets because now I'm not relying on the visual aspect of the game like that, as much as now I'm keeping my eyes focused on the screen, on what's going on, but now I'm using my ears more. And to that, I think that little piece of information was missed during the beta from all the comments. Their audio design I thought was pretty good. Obviously, there are some things that can be dialed in or tweaked from that standpoint, but it was impressive to me to see that there was, I had no shot at that, but it was impressive to me that there was so much more attention to the audio aspect of it, because now as I'm moving along the map, I'm listening for a crunch, I'm listening for that reload, I'm listening for the audio cue coming from the enemy's conversation or call outs, right? That's probably the best word for it, on what's happening. And I actually appreciated that. It kind of took a little bit of stress off of the minimap, to be honest. Now, I know there are some that, they're just godlike with it. It doesn't really hamper or, one way or the other. The minimap's a minimap. I just want to throw that out there. Like, the change to me was different, but it did not detract from the experience. It's just it's just a new way to play the game. And we need to be open to that. There's so much focus on how Infinity Ward and Activision have responded, and maybe that's its own conversation, right? Social media and everything. But the communication or the responsibility between a company and a consumer is a two-way street. So a lot of the conversation is, ex-consumer, give me what I want. If I don't have it that way, it's completely wrong. And that's, part of that is the case. It's a tough sell because you have people wanting it to be a certain way for very different reasons. The other side of it, though, is almost always a problem when a company has a vision for a thing and the vision is already being shot down without the actual product being live. And that's what was happening a lot so far with the game and the direction that they want to take and so forth, with level up rewards and prestige and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is, all that in mind, it's okay to give this game a chance. It's okay to be excited for it. You have to understand that with all of the negative energy or commentary going towards the game, people are out here creating content that makes money. So if it's profitable to shit on something, they're gonna do that, regardless of the fact that they're going to be playing the game alongside you. Even day one, they're making a profit off of it. So, as I like to say in my personal life when I'm having conversations about stuff, like, you are still being farmed. ad dollars come in, and guess what? And they make more content, and they make more content. And so now you're getting into a position where because I've seen it in people's comments, right? People are like, oh man, either there's regret or they're trying to defend the purchase. And all I'm saying is, man, if you got it, you know why you want to play it, right? It's Call of Duty. There is a certain aspect of the game that is always present, and that's what oh my god, did not have fun with the game, right? Like this, you've been anticipating it, you've been waiting on it. People really have to start forming their own opinions. Like, I know part of the fun with YouTube or Reddit or whatever is going to see what other people have to say, but are you content on living vicariously through others when they may not actually even feel the way that they're talking about something is just profitable for them? I don't know, but am I gonna have fun with it? Absolutely. Like, it's a new chapter for the franchise. I'm really excited to support the idea of the company now moving towards longer development cycles. If you've been with the series for long enough, you know what kind of constraints, even from a gameplay perspective, that put on the team, the dev teams, the various teams by this point, on what they produce. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out for this title, for Warzone 2.0, and apparently for whatever Treyarch is going to develop for, what was that, 20, whatever the year is, right? I want to support that. And so that's one of the reasons that I am going into this title, is to show love and say, hey, like, I appreciate the fact that you're going to give the team a break on the cycle, give them more opportunity to take the franchise in new directions while still retaining some of that COD feel that we've all come to know, expect, and love. That's it. That's all I have here, because I've been rambling. This was off the cuff, but I want to do more of this. So if you rock with it, if you appreciate it, hey, I don't know, leave a like, a dislike, it's all the same. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. Like, are you ready for it? It's only a couple days away for the campaign. I will be streaming it. Usually I always push my Twitch information. I know they're doing drops and stuff over there, but I would like to get started with this on YouTube. So if you're down for watching some of that gameplay, I will be streaming it here on YouTube. So come through for your boy. I appreciate the view, your comments, your presence here, and as always, prove your meta. Peace.